Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're just going to do a quickie astrogalamancy style reading. We're going to take the zodiac dice, sun, moon, rising, and just sun, moon, and rising. I'm going to start with that. I guess you can also apply it to any high aspect as well. We'll see what it says here if it's high aspected. Alright, spirit, what guidance do you have for the collective at this time for whomever resonate for? Whenever the time is divine. Thank you. All right, we have Sagittarius. You see that okay? A little bit. We have Leo. And we have Leo again. So high aspected Leo, okay? And we have Aries. So we have all the fire signs, guys. Lots of fire going on with this one. All right. And that may mean something. You might have a fire-heavy chart, or the energy you're dealing with. Energy might be more than one, right? So let's get letter tiles here. See what names, words, initials may be relevant. All right, the first one out, we have the letter A. We have the letter N. We have the letter T, ant. Be like an auntie, or an aunt, or a little ant. We have another T, a double letter might be significant in a word or name. We have R, I'm already saying rant, art, one more please. We have U, rut, tan, nut. All right. Anything else you can kind of look at? If you want to comment down below and you see any others, go for it. All right. Let's get a few cards from each half stack of the tea leaf oracle, please. Thank you, Spirit. What is going on? Give us an idea. What is happening for our fire signs here? All right. That's one half stack down. Let's get the second one. Quick shuffle, ruffle shuffle. Please and thank you, Spirit. What else can you tell us? Thank you. All right. All right, thank you, Spirit. All right, so you have, first one out is Vine. Seek out information that will help you. Firecracker, excitement. So we get some fast energy for our fire signs, right? Firecracker. Something's going pop. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. Whatever this is might be surprising too, right? And that could be the challenge part of it. You weren't prepared for it, whatever it is. Something about the month of November, either coming up or the past November, or you could be dealing with somebody born in November. So that would be Sagittarius and Scorpio, right? Yeah, I think so. All right. Although I'm pretty certain that, no, I don't know if Ophiuchus starts in November or not. For those that follow that 13th sign, okay? November could also just be significant in some way, shape, or form. Maybe there's a holiday. I know here in the U.S. we celebrate Thanksgiving in November, so that might be important. Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So maybe this is going to be the surprises actually might be pretty good. But you might need to seek out some information to figure out what to do next, right? And you have Crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Okay. So some recognition. Alrighty. Let's pull from the Past Life Oracle. Tell us more about this challenge, Spirit. Or what information? Information. regarding this challenge? What kind of clues can help? What direction? Please and thank you. Let me get one more. All right. Cards that came out, we have ships. Could be literally something having to do with ships. Maybe a ship captain, could be about cruises, could be travel, could be having something to do with travel over water. Could be just having something to do with water. Maybe somebody that likes cruising, somebody that likes ships, a naval person, someone in the Navy, something like that, okay? And biblical, perhaps a religious individual of the Christian or Catholic faith, okay? Or something biblical. Maybe they have a biblical name. All right. Let's get life purpose and get a little bit more clues going on with this. Or maybe it's someone that talked about Noah's Ark a lot. It refers to Noah's Ark, putting the two together, right? All right. Or some other biblical ship. All right, there we go. All right. You have time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's desires. And you got a lot of numbers there. So if you've got some financial gain coming in, you might have to crunch some numbers. That might be the thing. You have to seek information that will help you, okay? Perhaps you're trying to decide on a trip or what to do with this money. Maybe there's money there to actually finally go on a cruise, you know, or some expensive trip like that, right? Like, or buy a boat. That's another possibility. All right. Just thinking outside the box on that one. Has something to do with water, travel, something epic. You know, because the Bible's epic, right? Just something like that. All right. All right, Spirit, let's get... We do have room for 6 from the Kipper, please. All right. Tell us more about this. Three more, please. I believe that's it. No, one more. One more, please. Thank you. We're going to have to clarify. Okay. First card out, we have number 4, courtship, okay? So maybe this is a new meeting, perhaps the start of a new relationship of some sort. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be platonic. Could be karmic, but it could turn into something soulful, okay? Cupid's arrow is down there, so you don't know. This is brand new, you know, beginning stages of things. You do see them holding hands, so it is affectionate. It is more friendly than business, right? Okay. All right. You also have another ship. Okay, number 36, which breaks down to a 9. And you got that ship's anchor there that's kind of detached, actually, from the ship. So maybe it's off to set sail, right? This is the distant horizons card. It does talk about things happening far into the future. So maybe there needs to be a lot of planning with this as well, okay? That might indicate your major challenge to overcome as well. This is also a card of your hopes and your dreams as well. You also have the bird that's up there, which could be some divinely guided trip of some kind as well that needs to be planned. And you have tons of colorful sails there. So it can go any number of ways, lots of options, right? And you still see the seahorse, so you got the ocean as well, but you're flying high above the clouds. There's actually a lake there too, and mountains and stuff as well. So the world is your oyster. All right. Next one up is thoughts. So it's like you're definitely kind of thinking what to do with this situation. Number 16 breaks down to a 7, okay? And this is generally a positive card, so It's not like negative thoughts or anything, but, you know, don't let it get you trapped in the head. You know, make a decision, something that's firm, right? It's time to decide and go based on what you feel is right for you, okay? So that's what that is. And it definitely coincides with whatever this distant horizons dream is, right? And perhaps you're deciding on where to go with it. Next up, you have number 12, breaks down to a 3, privileged lady in her masculine energy with the gold there. So perhaps this involves a masculine, more oriented woman, someone that takes charge. And she's typically one of, not necessarily wealth, but she's well-to-do. There you go. Because you could still have minimal monies and still do well by it, right? Okay. Number 30, adjudication. This is also a card of just making decisions, right? And maybe you might need to involve professional help, and that's where the information that will help you will come from, is whoever this magistrate or mediator or professional it comes into play, okay? Next up, you have message of concern. And we actually had 2 pop out at the same time. It's in the 6th position. So message of concern, number 14, 5, breaks down. That's what it breaks down to, meaning change, okay? So there's some kind of decision coming in that's going to change things. And then you have card 29, which breaks down to an 11, imprisonment. Now, I'm getting this as more about maybe ill communication. You know, this is not necessarily literal prison, but you do have the adjudication there, so I'm going to clarify that. Whatever this is, maybe it's just more circumstantial. Spirit, can you clarify this message of concern, privileged lady, that the collective is going to be thinking about, pondering over, about what their true heart's desires is? I'm just fixing that. Adjudication, message of concern, imprisonment, please. Is this legal? Is this a legal decision that turns in their favor? Is this just a situation where they shouldn't have to worry? Something's going to get resolved. Please and thank you. 3, please. To start. Wow. There we go. Okay. One more, please. All right. Thank you. All right. It is. It's to not worry, because you have the Hermit, Virgo energy, just going within, reflecting, okay? Thinking about things, making sure you're tapping into what your true heart's desires are, right? Being more spiritual. It's a more major arcana, so it's like a universe-driven kind of thing needed to do. So maybe this is something your higher self is trying to tell you. Okay, and then you have the King of Pentacles, an energy of just being super grounded into tangible, good with money, reliable, established, patient. Could be a business owner, but I don't think it's more of that. It's just more about being strong in your own self-worth, right? Like, you got this. And then getting over some sort of 10 of Wands burden, oppression, some baggage, you know. Perhaps this is just more of the thought of what to do with it. Maybe it might be overwhelming, and that's the challenge to overcome, right? It's like what to do. Like, you have this come up, what do you do, right? Like, now you can go in a bunch of places. So seek that information that'll help you so you can make the best decision for your true heart's desire, okay? All right, let's pull one piece of guidance from the Halloween Oracle Spirit. Almost close to Halloween. Getting excited. We brought out the decorations. We'll have fun. I will post a video, guys. We'll put it all up. We're doing it more simply this year. All right, Spirit, what guidance do you have for our fire signs here with regards to this come up that they're going to have to make a serious decision on? Please and thank you. All right. You have, sorry about that, you have Ghost, all about regrets. So, whatever decision it is, don't regret it. Follow what your heart is, right? Like smoke rising from the ashes, a mist from the sea, the dead they are watching, they have come to haunt me. The traditional definition of a ghost is the apparition of the spirit or soul of a formerly living being. Ghosts can be both in human form or animal, and even occasionally inanimate objects such as ghostly ships have been reported. The belief in spirits and ghosts is extremely widespread across time and cultures, and different words such as spiritus, wraith, phantom, and shade have been used to refer to them. Ghosts can be both people that we have known, ancestors, for example, who visit to assist us, or presences that are bound to a particular place because they have found it difficult to let go even after death. The concept of the haunted house or the cursed place is the basis for many a creepy ghost story. In fact, the most interesting ghost stories often involve a very angry or destructive spirit coming back to wreak its revenge after death. The Old Norse word for ghost has the same root word as the word fury. It is said that the spirits that cannot let go of this world have a reason for this. Sometimes it is to warn the living, to guide them, but generally it is because they haven't finished their business here on the plane of the living. They have regrets that they wish to resolve. Should the ghost come gliding into your life during divination, it may indicate that you have some regrets to let go of. Holding grudges or regrets is burdensome work, and you do have the Ten of Wands there, and it weighs us down eventually. So this could just be a burden of making choice and having to make better ones for yourself, and perhaps you're feeling a little regretful for some of the decisions you might have to make. You know, if there are people involved that just are too much, you know, it may be hard to kind of let go of that, right? You may feel regret on that one. By taking actions to free ourselves of these old burdens, we clear the way for more rightful and wise action for the future. We can begin to live again fully if we let go of what was and step into new possibilities. And only you will know how to decide on that. If something is salvageable just by changing a perspective on it, or just changing the circumstance entirely, or the method of communication even, you know, with that message of concern and imprisonment that could indicate maybe that person has too much access to you, right? So maybe the only change that you have to make for yourself to decide on is to limit your communications with them, or just change how you communicate with them, right? Perhaps moving. You know, distant horizons and ships could talk about moving, right? Relocation. This may be a decision of relocation for you as well that you have to really, really think about. And you need to get more information that will help you on that. And by relocating, you've changed the environment in which they can communicate with you. No longer can they pop up at your door, right? Or your workplace, because you're so far away now. They have to actually pick up the phone or text message or Facebook, social media, whatever. And that may actually improve the situation, right? So whatever you decide, follow your heart's desires, okay? No regrets. Bye.